Ronnie Van Zant, born Ronald Wayne. Van Zant, on January 15, 1948, in Jacksonville, Florida, was destined for more than a conventional life. Raised in a working-class household as the eldest of three brothers, Ronnie grew up with music in his veins, though his early dreams leaned toward boxing and baseball, inspired by icons like Muhammad Ali and Mickey Mantle. The streets of Jacksonville, teeming with future musical talent, became the backdrop for his transformation. Surrounded by like-minded peers, including Gary Rossington and Allen Collins, Ronnie co-founded the band that would become Lynyrd Skynyrd, a name cheekily referencing a strict high school gym teacher. From the outset, Ronnie distinguished himself not just as a singer, but as the philosophical and lyrical core of the group. His voice became the medium through which the stories of the American South were told, tales of struggle, pride, and longing delivered with raw authenticity. This introduction sets the stage for a journey of music, tragedy, and resilience, highlighting how an ordinary boy from Jacksonville would leave an extraordinary imprint on Southern rock and the hearts of millions. Early life and musical beginnings. Ronnie's childhood in Jacksonville was a mixture of modest upbringing, discipline, and creativity. As the oldest sibling, he often took on a leadership role, learning responsibility early. His first interests lay outside music. He idolized athletes and dreamed of a life in the boxing ring or on the baseball field. Yet, music was always present. Local jam sessions, school bands, and impromptu performances provided Ronnie a stage, nurturing the creativity that would later define Lynyrd Skynyrd. Meeting Gary Rossington and Allen Collins was pivotal. Together, they formed Lynyrd Skynyrd in 1964, experimenting with different names before settling on the iconic moniker. The early days were humble, marked by garage rehearsals and local gigs, but Ronnie's poetic sensibilities already set him apart. His lyrics were more than catchy lines. They were reflections of Southern life, with all its contradictions, beauty, and pain. Ronnie's ability to translate lived experiences into music resonated with audiences, setting the foundation for a band that would eventually define the Southern rock genre. Those formative years were not just about music, but about shaping character, resilience, and leadership. Rise to fame with Lynyrd Skynyrd. The 1970s brought meteoric fame for Lynyrd Skynyrd, propelled by a fusion of rock, blues, and country that defined Southern rock. Ronnie Van Zant's role extended beyond vocals. He was the philosophical center, the poetic voice transforming everyday struggles into timeless anthems. Songs like Simple Man, Tuesday's Gone, and Freebird showcased his lyrical brilliance and emotive power. Perhaps the most recognizable, Sweet Home Alabama, was a direct response to Neil Young's critique of the South, balancing pride and introspection. Ronnie's stage presence was understated yet magnetic. Jeans, boots, and a hat pulled low became his signature, emphasizing authenticity over theatrics. Off-stage, he was known as a perfectionist and natural leader, pushing bandmates to achieve excellence. This combination of talent, vision, and discipline made Lynyrd Skynyrd not only a commercial success, but a cultural phenomenon. Ronnie's artistry bridged music and philosophy, transforming personal and regional identity into universal themes. The band's rise wasn't just about fame. It was about crafting a voice for the South, a legacy that continues to influence generations of musicians and fans. Personal life and early relationships. Beyond the stage, Ronnie's personal life was complex and deeply human. In 1967, he married Nyan Innes from Jacksonville, navigating the responsibilities of early adulthood alongside emerging musical ambitions. He worked at Morris Auto Parts, where his extraordinary memory and problem-solving skills turned routine tasks into acts of brilliance. Customers and colleagues marveled at his ability to recall obscure parts instantly, a reflection of his sharp intellect and dedication. Ronnie and Nyan had a daughter, Tammy, who would later honor her father's legacy through music. Their marriage ended in divorce by 1969, but the experience shaped Ronnie's understanding of family, responsibility, and love. Shortly after, he met Judy Seymour at a local comic book club, introduced by bandmate Gary Rossington. Judy's artistic sensibilities and appreciation for Ronnie's poetic nature created a deep bond, culminating in marriage in 1972. Together, they had a daughter, Melody, in 1976. Ronnie's relationships, though marked by the pressures of fame, were profoundly meaningful, influencing his music, personal growth, and enduring legacy through his daughters. A man of passions and contrasts, Ronnie's passions extended far beyond music, reflecting the layered complexity of his character. He was an outdoorsman, finding peace in fishing and the natural beauty of Florida's rivers and coastline. These quiet moments allowed him reflection and mental clarity amid the chaos of touring life. Baseball remained a lifelong love, connecting him to the discipline, strategy, and camaraderie that mirrored his musical collaborations. Yet Ronnie was also tempestuous and rebellious, prone to fiery outbursts fueled by his intensity and a refusal to compromise his principles. Incidents such as throwing a hotel table in 1975 became legendary, illustrating the same raw energy that defined his performances. These contradictions, gentle outdoorsman, devoted father, intense rock star, made him relatable and iconic. They informed his lyrics, which captured both human vulnerability and defiant spirit. Ronnie's life was a balance of joy and turbulence, contemplation and chaos, reflecting the authentic, unvarnished soul that resonated with millions and made him one of Southern rock's most enduring voices. The shadow of premonition. Even before his untimely death, Ronnie exhibited an awareness of life's fragility. Friends and family recall him speaking ominously about not expecting to live past 30, and he often described dreams of fiery crashes. Initially dismissed as the dramatics of a rock star, these premonitions gain unsettling significance in retrospect. They revealed a man attuned to danger, yet unable or unwilling to avoid the path laid before him. Ronnie's warnings were not limited to conversation. His insight extended to the practicalities of life, influencing how he managed relationships, work, and the creative direction of Lynyrd Skynyrd. The tragic plane crash of 1977 that claimed his life appears in hindsight as a convergence of fate, forewarning, and systemic negligence. The eerie premonitions cast a somber lens on his final days, highlighting a tension between the energy and vibrancy of his life and an awareness of mortality that few could reconcile. These moments add a haunting layer to Ronnie's story, elevating his legend with a tragic, almost prophetic dimension. The 1977 plane crash, circumstances and negligence. The fatal flight on October 20th, 1977, remains one of the darkest chapters in rock history. Lynyrd Skynyrd's band members boarded a Convair CV-240 with known mechanical issues, including a malfunctioning left engine. Maintenance logs and pilot testimonies later confirmed that safety warnings had been ignored and inspections failed. Pressure to maintain touring schedules, driven by management priorities rather than band safety, played a critical role. Ronnie reportedly showed awareness of the danger, displaying a quiet resignation to fate. The crash claimed 6 lives, including Ronnie's, and left surviving members and fans grappling with anger, grief, and disbelief. Retrospective analyses of the incident reveal systemic failures in aviation oversight, tour management, and communication. Decisions that could have prevented the tragedy were overridden by deadlines and financial incentives. The crash was not merely an accident. It was a preventable disaster amplified by a chain of negligent choices, highlighting the precarious intersection of fame, risk, and human error. Aftermath and unanswered questions. Following the crash, confusion and inconsistencies marred initial investigations. Reports of missing personal items, including a journal Ronnie kept, and delayed disclosures fueled speculation about the true circumstances of the tragedy. Long-standing mysteries about decision-making, aircraft condition, and ignored warnings persisted, raising uncomfortable questions about accountability. Survivors and insiders remained silent for decades due to fear, loyalty, or grief, but recently declassified information and interviews are shedding light on previously hidden truths. This scrutiny does not simply reconstruct a timeline, it humanizes the victims, revealing the personal and professional pressures they faced. Ronnie's death, once framed as an unfortunate accident, is now understood as a convergence of foresight, negligence, and fate. The aftermath underscores a painful reality. Even legends are vulnerable to preventable mistakes, and the line between life and legacy is often heartbreakingly thin. Preserving Ronnie's memory. Despite the tragedy, Ronnie's spirit lives on through family, friends, and fans. The Ronnie Van Zant Memorial Park in Lake Asbury, Florida, stands as a testament to his enduring influence. Built with dedication by loved ones and fans, it offers a serene place for reflection and remembrance, celebrating his contributions to music and culture. Every detail, from trees to benches, reflects a community's devotion. This physical tribute complements the living memory of Ronnie's artistry, encapsulating his warmth, charisma, and poetic voice. The park is more than a monument. It is a space where stories are shared, music is celebrated, and the legacy of Lynyrd Skynyrd continues to inspire new generations. It serves as a symbol of love, resilience, and the enduring connection between an artist and the people who cherish him. Family tributes and musical legacy. Ronnie's daughters and relatives have played vital roles in preserving his legacy. Tammy Van Zant, his first daughter, released Freer Child in 2009, channeling her personal grief into music that celebrated her father's life. Melody Van Zant co-owns Freer Live, a Jacksonville venue dedicated to Lynyrd Skynyrd's music, connecting fans across generations. Ronnie's brothers, Johnny and Donnie, immortalized him in songs reflecting both mourning and celebration, creating a soundtrack of remembrance. Even cousin Jimmy Van Zant contributed tributes, ensuring Ronnie's influence extended beyond his own lifetime. These family efforts humanize the legend, showing how grief and devotion can transform into enduring artistic expression. They also reinforce the centrality of Ronnie's life to his family's identity and to Southern rock history. Enduring influence on Southern rock. Ronnie Van Zant's story is not only about tragedy, it is about the transformative power of art. His lyrics and stage presence defined Southern rock, blending the grit of everyday life with poetic resonance. He inspired countless musicians and fans with his authenticity, storytelling, and resilience. Even decades after his passing, the themes he explored, pride, struggle, identity, and mortality, remain relevant. His approach to leadership, creativity, and personal expression continues to serve as a model for artists navigating fame and adversity. The enduring popularity of Lynyrd Skynyrd's music, the ongoing tributes, and the cultural memory embedded in memorials and family projects ensure that Ronnie's legacy is alive, influencing generations and reminding the world of the human stories behind the legend. A life remembered, a lesson in resilience. Ultimately, Ronnie Van Zant's life story is a balance of brilliance, intensity, and vulnerability. From his humble beginnings in Jacksonville to the heights of rock stardom, he navigated fame, family, and personal passion with a rare authenticity. His tragic death underscores the fragility of life and the importance of vigilance, yet it also amplifies the power of legacy, art, and memory. Fans, family, and musicians continue to honor him through music, storytelling, and community spaces. Ronnie's journey teaches us that even in loss, the impact of a committed, authentic life endures, shaping culture, inspiring others, and preserving the humanity behind the myth of Southern rock's greatest voices. His story is both a cautionary tale and a source of enduring inspiration.